Okay guys, we're going to look at taking out a common factor, which is factorising that you did do in grade 9 and hopefully you'll remember from grade 9. Exercises in your textbook related to this are exercise 7.3, exercise 7.4 and exercise 7.6. With factorising, the very first thing that you should look at is if there is a common factor, and if there is, you should take that out. So, for the first example, we have 6a take 42. With that, there is two terms, and there is something common to those two terms. 6 goes into both of those. So we take 6 out as a common factor. And what we have in our brackets, and maybe some of you should need to do this on the side, is we say for the first term, if we get 6a and divide it by 6, then we are left with a. For the second term, we've got minus 42, and we divide that by 6, we are left with minus 7. So that's how I get what is left over in my brackets. There is nothing wrong if you need to do this on the side to help you. A second example would be something like 12y minus 27y squared. We look at those two terms and see if there is something common to both terms. Now 3 goes into both terms, but there is also a y in both terms. So we take 3y out as a common factor. Then what is left in my brackets? I get the first term, and I say 12y divided by 3y. I am left with 4. And for the second term, I've got minus 27y squared divided by 3y. I can cancel a y here with one of the y's there. 3 goes into itself once, and into 27, 9. So we are left with minus 9y. A third example. This one involves 3 terms. So it is the same thing. We look and see, is there something common to all 3 of these terms? So in all 3 of these terms, 5 goes into each of the terms, and there is also an x and y in each. So we take 5xy out of the common factor. With the first term, we've got 25x squared y. If we divide that by 5xy, y's cancel, x cancels with one of those, 5 goes into itself once and into 25 5 times, so we are left with 5x. For the second term, we have 15xy squared. If we divide that by 5xy, x's cancel, y cancels with one of those, 5 into itself once, 5 into 15 3 times, so we are left with 3y. And with the third term, minus 20xy divided by 5xy, x's cancel, y's cancels, 5 into itself once, 5 into 24, so we are left with minus 4. For all of these, you can do a check. So I'll do a check on the first one, for example. With the first one, the question was 6a minus 42, and we said 6 was common and we were left with a minus 7. We can do a check. With a check, you do the reverse. So let's start with 6a minus 7, and let's expand it, because expanding and factorising are the opposite. So if we expand it, 6 times a is 6a, 6 times minus 7 is minus 42. That is our answer. That is what we started with. Hence, we have factorised it correctly.